Hello, good morning, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name's Mariah. I am a personal trainer and a licensed esthetician, so I post everything fitness and skincare, beauty, everything on my YouTube channel. I'm getting more and more consistent with it. I just got a new camera, so that's definitely really helpful because it makes it so much easier to just do everything now. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. If you're new here, you probably don't know this, but I sit in my car a lot in the gym parking lot, and if you follow me on Instagram, I do a lot of Instagram stories while I'm sitting out here, or YouTube videos, because it's just, you know, therapeutic for me to sit here before my workout. I already took my pre-workout, so like my pre-workout's kicking in, and you know, I'm like getting ready for the gym. I'm contemplating life, but it's really helpful to kind of like get my thoughts together, put them out there, and it's kind of just like my time to sit here in solitude by myself. Since this is like the start of my prep, I kind of just want to do like a video to my future self because it's gonna get really hard. Bikini competition prep is not easy. What the heck? Where did it go? Sorry, I'm like lost in my notebook. Oh, here we go. It says a pep talk to my future self. Prep gets really hard, and I just kind of want to have a video out there for my future self, for anybody else that is competing soon or in prep or just got done with prep, or I don't know, just anything. I'm just gonna talk like I'm talking to my future self, so here we go. If I look down, I'm looking at my notes. First things first is trust your coach. This can be hard for some people, especially if you're not the type to like take direction well or take criticism well. It's really important to have a coach that will be honest with you and will criticize you. I feel like I'm pretty good at this. I love hearing feedback from people, so, and it's just, I take it constructively. I don't take it personally. I really take it to better myself, so I always put my trust in my coach, and my second point on here is trust the process, so that kind of goes hand in hand. I do ask questions when I need to or want to, but I don't question every little thing. Like, I know my coach knows what she's doing. We've already done a competition season together, so we've kind of like gotten to know each other's like styles of communicating and things like that, and I put my full trust in her. Just a side note, she's also a police officer, so she's like a little bit intimidating, and I feel like that's really helpful for me because sometimes you just need to forget about your feelings, forget about whatever's going on in your personal life, and just get the work done and win. So yeah. The next point is to just execute. I take pride in my last prep. I was literally on point every single day of prep, and right now it's like the first couple weeks, like I'm just getting back into a solid routine. And the first week that I started prep, so here, let me just like do a little backstory. The first day was that Sunday. On Monday I hurt my back trying to help my brother get his car out of the snow, and hurt my back. Didn't work out the whole first week of prep. Okay. Last week, the second week of prep, my gym was closed. They're doing a remodel, and I had to go to a new gym, and of course it's always scary, like going to a new gym, going to a new place, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, but I did it. I went every day last week, which I was surprised at myself because I did wake up before work every day last week to make it to the gym to get my lift in, so that was good. And then we had our hot springs trip planned for this weekend, and he's had that planned for months and months before I even decided to do another prep. So I did indulge a little bit, not too crazy, but we're getting right back on it. Anyways, I also talk with my hands a lot, so just don't mind my hands. I'm gonna try to like keep them down here, but okay. So next point for any competitor is be happy with any placing. The competition is you versus yourself. You versus your past physique. You versus the last time you stepped on stage. If you get a placing that you're like not happy with, I think you need to adjust your mindset a little bit and say, how can I work harder? How can I do better? What can I do better next time to leave no stone unturned during this prep? And ask yourself the tough questions like, is this the placing I deserved? It might not be what you wanted, but is it what you deserved? Was I on point with my food every single day? Did I finish every minute of cardio? Did I finish every rep of my lifts? Did I focus on mind-muscle connection during all of my lifts? Like, those little details matter and they add up. You have to like really be honest with yourself, and if you don't like the answer to one of them, that's on you and you need to step it up next time. My next point is to just stay off of social media, and if you know somebody that is competing in the show that you're competing in, mute them, unfollow them, like anything on social media for you to not always compare yourself. I'm honestly so bad at that. I got a little bit better recently. If there's anybody online causing you stress or anxiety or the comparativeness or the jealousy or anything like that, you do not need that energy in your life. And I don't even feel bad anymore. If it's somebody I know, I mute them. Like, you don't have to unfollow them, you don't have to block them, whatever. They don't have to know that you're not seeing their stuff. You can just mute their account so all their stuff doesn't pop up all the time. But it's just a lot better for your mental health. So social media, looking at other competitors that you know are going to be at the same show, just stop. Self-control after your competition is really important. If your coach doesn't give you a reverse diet plan, red flag. If they're not talking to you or giving you like your peak week and like your reverse plan like a couple weeks out, red flag. Like, that should be ready. That should be something that's engraved in your mind. Your prep doesn't just end after your competition day. You have another at least 6 weeks after your competition that you're going to be dieting. It's going to be so freaking hard to reverse diet, but it's so important to do it correctly. My very first competition season, terrible reverse, gained 30 pounds in like 3 weeks. So bad. Took me forever to recover from that. My next competition season, way better. I felt a lot more confident. Yes, body dysmorphia is a bitch and it will get you, but you get through it. You look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just like crazy for thinking that I didn't look lean in this picture, or just little things like that. So you're gonna have so much self-control, so much discipline, so much self-integrity, because no one can hold your hand through it. It's the same as prep. No one can do the work for you. You decided to do this, so you're the one that has to be mentally and physically strong to get through that next period of technically your prep. So if you're on prep right now, add another 4 to 6 weeks onto what you say you're going to be dieting for, and plan for a little bit longer. No regrets, give it my all. I kind of touched on this earlier, but I worked so fucking hard for 6 months. It feels so good when you finish something and you say, wow, I did that 100%. I gave that my all. I did not cheat. I did not give in. You don't want to look back and have any regrets. You don't want to look back and wish that you didn't binge or didn't cheat or blah, 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 blah. Like, you're either on point or you're not. There's no middle ground, and it feels so much better to look back and know for 100% facts that you did not leave any stone unturned. You did everything in your power. You followed the plan to a T. Whether that got you a win or it got you 5th place, like, it still doesn't matter. You can always be improving. Just have no regrets when you look back on your prep. So on that note, with the being happy with placings, I wrote down happy but never satisfied. So in my shows, I got 4th and 5th, 1st and 2nd, and then 2nd and 2nd in my classes. So that's how my last season went, and I'm happy with those placings. Like, that's what I deserved. I could have had fuller glutes, could have been leaner. Like, I know that I could have improved compared to the winter. And so I'm happy with those placings. I did everything I could. I did everything in my power, but I'm never satisfied. I know that there's more work to do. I know that I'm gonna get up on stage again and try again and do better next time, or I hope so. So that's kind of my motto. My very last point here is I never really thought of it until just like a couple weeks ago when I was making this list, but the thing that literally nobody talks about, you won't even remember the hard times. Like, looking back on my prep, I don't remember the days that I was like dead, dying on my couch after an hour of cardio, or when I was hungry, or going out to family events and I was seeing all this food and I couldn't eat it. Like, my brain just remembers like being on stage, hearing my name getting called for my first place in my novice class. Looking back at my YouTube videos that I've made of show day, of peak week and everything, a lot of those things from my peak week vlogs, especially because it was like I was just depleted, I was dead. Looking back at those peak week vlogs, I don't remember, honestly, like a lot of those like in the moments, because my brain was just like on autopilot. Like, we're just trying to get through this, we're trying to get to show day. And of course, show day is like a core memory. Like, I'll remember being on stage forever, and those like happy moments are what sticks with you, and like that's what you remember. I don't have a kid, I've never given birth before, but if you have, if you're a mom, you always hear, or at least I always hear, you don't remember like all the pain you went through, you just remember like holding your baby and like being so happy, and you're like, yes, I would do this again 100 times. I know that sounds weird because I've never even had a kid before, but I feel like it's so similar to that. You are, same thing, like your prep is like 6 months long, you're going through it, like you're going through hell, you're going through great times as well. Like, it's all the ups and downs. If you've competed, you know what I'm talking about. All the ups and downs that you go through during the prep, you like only remember the good times and the happy times and being on stage and everything like that. I don't even remember any of my hard times, which is so crazy to think about, because in the moment I was like, oh my god, this sucks, like I never want to do this again. But then like once you do it and you accomplish that goal, you're like, I'm addicted, I'm hooked to this sport, and it's so much fun, and you just want to do it again and again. So keep that in mind. If you're on prep right now, you're not going to remember the hard times. Like, they're going to pass, you're going to be on stage, it's all going to come together, and it's going to be so worth it. All of these tough, hard times will be completely worth it once you're on stage, I promise. So that's my little pep talk to myself. I know that I'll probably be watching this back. I always watch YouTube videos when I do my cardio for my prep, so that's why I kind of like wanted to start a YouTube channel in the first place, because other people's videos have helped me so much and have inspired me to keep going on my preps, or they just get you through those tough 30, 45, 60-minute cardio sessions, whatever it is. But I wanted to be that for other people because it helped me so much when I was on prep, going through those hard times. So I just want to remind you guys, it'll all be worth it. It's a sport. It's meant to be fun. And yeah, I hope this helps somebody if you're on a prep or about to start a prep. I hope this gives you a little bit of reassurance and a little bit of motivation to keep going. I'll see you guys in the next video.